Friends, as we continue or make a continuation of Cardinal Otunga's story of the pilgrim of the soul, searching for and discovering God, we want to assure ourselves that it will all be that Cardinal Otunga will be a saint. And in being a saint, he will sanctify, or his life will sanctify our lives as well. That begins now, that begins here. So for that reason, I want to take this chance to thank you very much for coming to this wonderful occasion. We have not looked behind you to see how many people are here. There are many. It's a big crowd. And all these are friends of Cardinal Otunga. He's living amongst us. He's with us. And with us, he will make, the church will make him a saint. Here we are happy celebrating with the help of the Lord, the joy that comes to us because of one of us who lived his life, a life we want to imitate. I wish to express to you, in the first place, my deep satisfaction at having been able to witness the great responsibility that you carried out in preparing this great day. I want to thank all members who are in the scheme of preparing this. And I want to thank all of you because we are here, because each one of us has contributed something to the success of this day. Second, I wish also that the Lord will certainly reward you. The Lord will reward you for any mention you have made through the intercession of Cardinal Otunga. May he reward you with a miracle. We are all looking for miracles. May he reward you with a miracle. May you see at least anything that you pray through the intercession of Cardinal Otunga coming to you, to us, to every intention that you put before him as a miracle. Our speaker here has mentioned one way of how to pray towards this. Thank you very much, Father, for that. When Father mentioned OTC, not many knew what OTC is. OTC was overseas. Overseas? Yeah, this trading company. Those who are buses, like Kenya buses, who are traveling everywhere. So OTC went to collect 60 people from Kisii to bring them here. Maybe they have never been here in Nairobi, but OTC did that. That's a miracle already. That's a miracle already. And he became a priest, and is a priest celebrating 50 years. He will be celebrating the year of each person who came here, 60 and even more. Father, live long to celebrate your life. This, what we are celebrating, the Lord will certainly reward you, as I've mentioned. And our efforts are not for nothing. Our heart's desire that he is canonized will proceed with God's love, as it was mentioned to us by also our first speaker, Professor Lawrence Joroge. But I want to encourage you, seeing you are assembled here today, there comes for me spontaneously, it comes to my mind the sentence of the psalmist, which says, "Behold how good and pleasant it is when the brothers dwell in unity." This is Cardinal Otunga's desire, that we dwell in unity. And this psalm is quoted because all of us are here to respond to that. May what you have started today bring to fruition all that you are doing so as to have a saint in the coming days. don't give up in any attempt that you are making to make this event successful. So after having reflected for a long time, today, before I came here, and after having been involved in the prayers, asking the Lord about this event that we are going to do, I have decided to commend the process of canonization of Maurice Cardinal Otunga into the loving heart of each one of you. Of each one of you. I want you to look at what we have heard being spoken about him. All these are simple and very profound aspects of humanity. We have discussed and listened to his outstanding piety. We have listened to his pastoral zeal, and we have listened also about his love for priests, for religious, for laity, for family. And we have listened to his humility, meekness, and we have seen how it was all adorned with the Spirit of God that enables us to listen to them more and more, even as we continue with our heart's desire that he becomes a saint. I want to ask you to make this worthy of your life. Embrace these virtues. Embrace the virtue of piety, the virtue of humility. Embrace the virtue of loving one another. Embrace the virtue of gift, of meekness and humility. My confidence and my most hearty good wishes go out to each one of you for that sense of wanting to embrace what the Cardinal did, how he lived, as shown very briefly on the screen here, explained or played by the daughters of St. Paul. Daughters of St. Paul, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. I want to encourage you to continue looking at the Cardinal in this way. As we continue asking that the Cardinal, his story of pilgrim of soul, searching for discovering God, is assured in our midst. I want you to consider, among many other pastoral things, among many other issues that you are going through in your life, things of great significance, the following, which I first want to tell you because it is very important. You will not fail to consider them among the others that you have, because your desire, as it was mentioned also by the speaker here, and your needs are variant, which you are, or which your far-sightedness will indicate in your lives. So you have so many of them that you can bring to the Cardinal to pray for. But these three are very important, and I want to encourage one another to do that, because I look at his eminence, the Cardinal Otunga, the context of his sense of evangelization, the content of his well-being was in these three aspects. Number one, his love for the family. His love for the family. I want to encourage you, and as we are here, as the family of Cardinal Otunga, to make this family even bigger. Make every effort to assure that there is prayer moment in every family. We have that prayer that Father Lawrence mentioned, the prayer of Cardinal Otunga. We are doing it in the churches, we are doing it in the communities, but make sure that that prayer goes down to the family. The interest and the love of His Eminence Cardinal Otunga is rooted in the family. Make sure that that one is upheld, and we shall continue waiting to see the wonders of God, not only in a bigger perspective, but also in the smaller perspectives of the family. I want to invite you to the second aspect of Cardinal Otunga. As it was mentioned here, he loved praise. He loved consecrated life. Because with them, he worked for families. With them, he reached out to the families and to God. And with them, he continued serving God with gladness. I want to encourage you, my dear people, my dear friends, the family of Cardinal Otunga here today. I encourage an awakening of vocations, because to lack vocations is a grave and chronic problem now in the world. Lack of vocations in the consecrated life of the priest is a grave and chronic problem in the world. Here we may not experience it very much as it were, but I want to imagine with this in the place of Cardinal Otunga, who sent even his priest to study and be a pastor somewhere else, would be talking the same, that the missionaries came to us, and now let us go back to where they came, the center. They are now on the peripherals, we are now the center of our faith. As we continue thanking him for what he did, spiritual growth, spiritual development, and spiritual strength in our diocese, let us also continue praying for these vocations and the awakening spirit of vocations and religious life and the world that he also wished to see as one family all over. Tribeless or tribe, but with meaning for towards each one and each other, that we grow together. Number 3, and number last one, let us pray for our youth. I want to thank in a special way the members of various institutions who have brought here the youth. And I want to thank in a special way also our team that is the organizing team, and among them the Daughters of St. Paul, who are engaging now with the youth as far as Cardinal Otunga is concerned. You will not be surprised. Father Sunny there, perhaps he doesn't know Cardinal Otunga. Because he was born later. You know him. I want to say this one here doesn't know Cardinal Otunga. Hey, Father, look at me. Were you there? You were there. But I will tell you the biggest number, even among the priests and the religious, are the ones who don't know Cardinal Otunga. They don't know him. Sister is laughing at me. She doesn't know him. She just heard him today. Sister ni kweli? Yeah. So I think the communication is going on. The history, as Father Kaid was saying, is going on because there's something happening. And it will not be successful as per the song of Mary, Mother of God, from generation to generation. It won't be successful unless we are talking about it and we are communicating it in the way that even those generations will understand and appreciate and get involved in it. So, how much hope the church places in the youth, how much energy is needed by the church that abounds in the youth in this Archdiocese of Nairobi can only be cultivated by us also enabling them to know the foundation of this Archdiocese. The first process, we are doing it of a saint, not only for Nairobi Archdiocese, but for the whole country, is Cardinal Otunga. So the young people also have the right to get to know him even more. How close we pastors now and families must be good and must be informed of the young people to get to understand what we are doing here. So much so that they will carry it in their hearts and in their minds to the next generations. With these 3 points, I want us to go here celebrating, knowing that God has given us a mission again to come here next year and even in a more way after living and practicing the virtues and the gifts of Cardinal Otunga in these 3 areas that I have mentioned. There are many others that you can mention, but I just took them specifically here to give us, to make a guideline for us. That is the family, that is the priestly and consecrated life, and the youth. I'm sure when His Eminence the Cardinal woke up today, those points will be very live from his mouth connected to us. Because in them, they make us people who have one common calling which unites us as Christians. And the calling is holiness. The call to holiness. So, thank you very much for coming to contribute to us this urgent need of the church in Kenya, the need of the church, the universal church, the process of canonization of Maurice Cardinal Otunga. And thank you for disseminating it even to the young people, the generation. So the young people who are here today, I want to tell you congratulations and happy. Be happy and use your talents also to propel the joy of being a Christian. The joy of being a Christian. Like Cardinal himself was joyful.